preset final expense appointments. This is like the pipe dream of everybody. I mean, if you could imagine yourself being in a position to where every day you wake up and you've got 5, 6, 7 appointments booked. You didn't have to call them. You didn't even have to buy the lead to generate that appointment. You just run appointments and you go sell people and you rinse and repeat. That would be like awesome. And in some industries, that's actually the way they do it. But my experience and research has showed me that most preset appointment opportunities in final expense are not good at all. In fact, they're usually a gigantic waste of time. And I'm going to give you some reasons why. So first of all, many of the outsourcing of the appointment setting is done to a foreign-based call center where their English is not necessarily their first language, barely even their second language, if you know what I mean. The accent and the nuance is just not there to communicate with people who are hard of hearing and really don't like talking to them to begin with. And so what I've discussed with agents that have done these preset appointments, many of them go on these appointments excited, but half the time, if not more, the people either aren't there or they say, look, I told the person not for you to come. I wasn't interested. I just wanted to get off the phone with the person. And a lot of the times you run appointments that are just really poorly done. And so I say all this because I've been doing this for 5.5, 6 years, and the realization you come to terms with is that final expense is not a complicated business whatsoever. It's very simple. Nothing that I train agents on is magic or, you know, some super secret squirrel method that nobody knows about. Generally speaking, the methods of success are all out there for only one to get if they'll just go do a little bit of basic research. And so I've never seen an agency long-term successful with a preset final expense appointment program. They come and go, and they usually only last for weeks or even months, and they just don't have success like you would think they would. And you would think they would with all the time I've spent in the business. You think I would have seen several, or maybe even I would be doing them if I thought and experienced that they were successful as well. So what would you do instead of something like this? So first of all, I have done in a minor scope some level of preset appointments just to kind of experiment with it, but it was with a local American-based caller. I paid a lot of money for these leads, like $35, $40, and you know, they were okay. I did okay with the leads, and the business quality is fairly good as well. But it's something that is very difficult and a lot of management skill to get set up. You got to hire cold callers, you got to train them on the script, you got to keep them motivated, and you got to keep them on so they don't go away and go do something else. That's part of the reason you don't see a lot of this, is because the human capital side of the equation is just very difficult to maintain and keep going. So it's better if you just buy any kind of lead and work them yourself. It doesn't matter. Outsourcing never is going to equate to the kind of results you can personally get if you just do it yourself, even if you don't think you're a good appointment setter or you don't think of yourself as a good door knocker. So instead of looking at the preset appointments, bottom line recommendation, buy avatar leads, buy direct mail leads. Those are what works, especially direct mail. If you got to go age leads, we're going to talk about that in a little while. That's fine under certain circumstances. Do what it takes to be successful in this business with one of the methods that do work.